I'm here with Dottie and Jeff Sandusky just moments after our interview that we did with Matt Lauer that will air on the Today Show just a couple of days from now. And Dottie, let me ask you, what's your general feeling and take on how the interview went?
As good as could be expected, I guess. There was things I wanted to say that I didn't say, and probably things I said that I shouldn't have said, but I thought it went well.
What did you want to say that you didn't get a chance to say?
That how, you know, I guess I did say how that I believe Jerry, I know that Jerry is innocent, and there was one point when I talked about the verdict and how I felt, and when I heard the cheers outside, that could think that many people could be so angry.
Do you feel as if you got your point, that you feel and you know that Jerry is innocent across in the interview?
I hope so. I hope I did.
How did you feel about Matt Lauer?
I think there was one or two questions that were tough that he asked that were personal that I really didn't want to answer, but I think he did a good job.
Jeff, what was your general reaction? You were there in the room during the interview. How do you think your mom did?
I think my mother did a wonderful job. The atmosphere, at first I was nervous of what might have been said or what happened. I was put at ease for the most part. The questioning, some of the questions were tough to hear, and knowing what the answers were. Hopefully the interview puts out our side, or some of the things that we feel. Knowing my father is innocent and some of the things that are brought up, hopefully they're taken and actually people will actually listen to and take it to heart.
Dottie, are you glad you did the interview right now?
Yes, I am.
And you and I prepared for this for a couple of days.
Yes, you did a good job preparing me. I goofed up sometime, but I couldn't.
I thought you did great.
Thank you.
I thought you did phenomenally well. I thought that we did a pretty good job of predicting what the questions would be. You never know what the editing is going to be.
Right.
That's going to be key. But what did you think about just the atmosphere of the NBC people, Matt Lauer and all the production staff, and how they related to you? Do you think that they felt like you were a pedophile protector?
No, I don't think. They were very nice and very at home, and I hope they felt at home.
And you took Matt Lauer down into your basement.
Yes, I did.
And how did that go?
I hope it went well. He sort of he said, and you know, he saw where there's no way that someone could have screamed in the basement and not been heard upstairs.
Yeah, he seemed to be pretty convinced of that, although we'll see whether that is conveyed on air or not.
Right.
But it's pretty obvious. I mean, last night you closed all the doors. I was upstairs, and you shouted my name, and it felt like I was right next to you.
Right.
I mean, it's an absurd allegation among many. Jeff, what did you feel about the atmosphere as far as, do you think any of the people here believe that deep down that your father is guilty?
To answer that question, honestly, I can't say or think of what somebody else thinks.
Did you get the feeling of that? I mean, because my sense was this was almost a picnic atmosphere.
Right. The laid-back atmosphere of the people that came into the house, set up the stuff, the actual staff that did the taping, everything, everybody was calm. It didn't seem like anybody had the notion that my father might be guilty in any way or anything like that. Like we were saying, it was like a home atmosphere, family.
Of course, we might feel very differently once we see the edited version.
That is true. We'll see what happens.
Dottie, anything else that you wanted to get across, or that maybe you just want people to know right now? What is it that you're thinking, gee, I wish I would have said more about this or that?
Well, I just hope that all the people that have been hurt know how sorry we feel for them, that this has happened to them. And I appreciate all the work that all the people have been doing that have been fighting to restore Joe's image and to restore Penn State and to hopefully help Jerry, and to all the people that have become friends of ours through this that we didn't know before. I really appreciate all their help.
When Matt Lauer ended the interview, we had some discussion about whether or not you would have the opportunity to talk about Sue Paterno and a message that you kind of wanted to convey to her, or a story you wanted to tell. Could you tell that for us now? Could you give it?
Sure. We, of course, did not get to go to Joe Paterno's funeral. I had written, I think Jerry wrote to Sue and I wrote to her, and then about a month later, I met her at one of our friends' funerals, and I had told her I'd love to talk to her and tell her, talk about what had happened, that there was more to the story than she knew. And she said she needed time to heal, that she would let me know. And I have not heard from her. I've written her again since, but I still haven't heard from her. I just want the Paternos to know how sorry I am for their loss of their father, their grandfather, her husband, and what he was, and he still is to Penn State. I mean, our six kids went to Penn State, and Penn State was everything. And now, you know, we have been cut off from that too. And I just feel sorry for all the people that have been hurt, all the administrators, just all the people that have been let down by this and what the Board of Trustees did to Joe.
Thank you, guys. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.